Worldwide, the illegal wildlife trade causes untold misery to species from songbirds to rhinos. There's only one answer: smash the trade, smash the people involved. This week I'm doing just that, and you can help. When you think of poaching, you probably think of the illegal ivory trade that's wiping out rhinos and elephants. Or you think of hunters who illegally kill big cats for their trophy collection. But there's another side of poaching that gets less press: the illegal pet trade. Tonight we're going to show you what small-scale poaching looks like. We're joining community policing officers on a bust.
Just remember, Zach, stand behind Suzette, you've got a bulletproof on.
This is the type of thing I did for 15 years when I was an anti-poaching officer. This is our suspected poacher. The team brings so many people so no funny business goes down. The place is a mess. We got called here for snakes, but who knows what other animals he's hiding in here.
But do you know what is in here? What snakes are in here? Let's see what's going on. You've got to have a permit to keep wild animals.
He's probably selling these guys for a few bucks somewhere, but doesn't even know how to feed them.
Slug eater. No, you keep these snakes here. These are slug eaters. How many snails have you put in here for them? How many slugs have you put in here for them? That's right, so you're just starving them to death. Why don't you just let the guys take the snakes instead of all of this hassle of people having to get a warrant and come here and that kind of stuff?
But nobody's ever spoken to me about it
Dundee
otherwise.
and them said they spoke to you and you said you want money for them.
Oliver House snake.
That's when we saw the real crime.
What's in here?
That's an indigenous wild bird. Why are you trapping birds here? Why are you trapping birds?
I saw this all the time when I was an officer. If people are poaching one animal, they're probably poaching another.
No, that is a trap cage. Why are you trapping birds here?
Because my canary is out.
But I don't care if your canary is out. What are you doing with wild bird in here? That's a South African wild bird. You are hunting illegally now. That's lock-up time. I promise you, you have no right to have that bird, and that is a proper trap cage for trapping wild birds in.
I'm confiscating the cage.
You take the cage, you take the cage. No, the whole cage. That's nonsense now. And why is there an air rifle up here? What are you using an air rifle for? I think you're pushing the limits of living in the bush a little bit far now.
There it says, siege such animals and take into custody and reasonable necessary to prevent cruelty to suffering of animals. Okay, so I'm confiscating all this stuff. I will be booking it into the SAP 13.
There's another forest canary in a cage here.
You just said now, where is it this cage?
Nonsense, man.
Take them for me, please.
Yeah, another one. Is there another one then? You are a professional bird trapper, my friend. This is not innocence, this. Those are proper bird traps. So it's possession of a protected wild bird, illegal hunting of a protected wild bird. He's got all the cages here. And keeping a South African wild bird in a cage that's smaller than prescribed. There's about 6 or 7 charges. Take all the cages, air rifle. You know, the sad thing is that in this situation, it's a poor guy, but what does he do? He goes straight to wildlife and starts trying his hand at wildlife smuggling. Birds like that in the cage seem minor, but let me tell you, they catch 20, 30 a day. They sell them 100 Rand a piece. He's making good money, and then he doesn't stop.
This was a successful bust. We saved some animals and no one got hurt. Tomorrow I'm releasing these guys back to the wild. Let's take a look at how ingenious these traps are. It uses the bird's instincts against itself. This cage is actually 2 cages. The big one has a caller bird who unknowingly lures in his friends.
The one in here, that's the guy who's calling.
That's the guy that calls, and he brings the others in. He's the Judas bird, basically.
Right next to him is the second cage filled with seed.
What happens is they come, they see this bird, right? He lures them in, and then they see the seed in here. So he jumps around, he sits on the edge. Now he wants to go down to the seed. And as he goes down to the seed, boom, in. Then the guy comes quickly, he takes him out, he puts him in the cage, resets the trap again. And the next bird comes. Now there's 2 birds in the cage. He comes, he lands, Treads on that. Oh. I'm not a fan of these wild bird smugglers. I've arrested and prosecuted hundreds of them in my conservation career, and let me tell you, I feel nothing for them. Their whole story of, oh, we like birds and that's the biggest load of crap out. All they like is making money. Please, don't tell me you like animals.
Traps like these can wipe out a local population. And for what? To keep them as pets that will probably die. Let's get these guys free.
Now these are family of the domesticated canary. So they are really popular in the bird trade. You see how difficult they are to hold. Nothing I like more than releasing these birds, I promise you. I detest these wildlife smugglers, absolutely detest them. Don't bite me. There he goes. I love releasing them, I really, look there, there's the other one sitting in the tree now too. Now it's got its mate with it. That's how they sit in the morning in the top of the branches like that, looking out.
Oh, he's so happy, Arnold.
No, they're really happy, eh? Yeah.
Poachers will sell these birds as captive raised and the new owners won't have a clue. Poachers make actual bird lovers unknowing accomplices in the destruction of our ecosystem. So there's one last thing we've got to do. No one will be using these cages for poaching again. Poaching big and small is detestable, and it's causing the extinction of irreplaceable species. One of the best ways you can fight back is by donating to groups that have people on the ground. I've included a few great groups in the description. Start with them and then do your research. Support the groups you believe in. Poaching must be stopped.
This is what needs to happen to the wildlife trade. Smash the trade, crush the individuals involved.
Please share this video with your friends and ask them to help however they can. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I upload a new episode every Wednesday. Oh, there's one last thing. We still got a few snakes to release.
Olive house snake. 2 slug eaters.
Today was a good day for wildlife. See you next week.